chocolate mousse. Now for our culinary students and for our baking and pastry art students, this is one of the most important parts here at the Culinary Institute here in Myrtle Beach. It's part of their final practical exam for culinary students. They have to make a good, nice, whipped style chocolate mousse and present it as part of their exit practical so they can graduate here at International Culinary Institute. So we're going to start off, it's 3 parts. So we have an egg white that's a common meringue with sugar. We have a heavy cream that we're going to whip up. It's just a straight heavy cream whipped up. And then we've got our fat part, which is going to be egg yolks, butter, and warm chocolate. Now the important part is to make sure that your chocolate is warm as you start this process. We're going to first start though, clean whisk, clean bowl, egg whites. So we're going to be whipping our egg whites. And we're going to make a common meringue. Now when you're making a common meringue, please realize one of the biggest things you need to do is to make sure that the bowl's not up here. If it's up here, it's very uncomfortable. You'll notice that my elbow stays really close to my body, and it's all in the wrist, and notice they bounce when I touch them. The idea is it's doing a lot of the work just right there. One hand not even holding the bowl, because you need the other hand free to be able to rein in your sugar. So you'll see here, it's got a nice foam to it. We're going to start reining in our sugar. And then we're going to get this to about shaving cream consistency. Okay, so you'll notice we got a nice shaving cream consistency. And I tell my students, hold it up over your head. Take a look. It should hold, okay? So once that's done, then we're going to come to the next bowl. This is our heavy cream. We're going to whip this up to a nice medium peak. All right, so now we've got that nice medium peak. So we've got our egg whites, we've got our whipped cream, and now on to our next part. We have butter. We'll go ahead and get that into our bowl. And we also have warm chocolate. Now this chocolate is good and warm. It's probably about 113 degrees, which is what we need. Once we get all that chocolate in there, a little bit more. And at this point, once we add the yolks, we need to start moving quickly because the yolks are cold. It's going to make everything start to kind of congeal. So the idea is you're making what looks like a ganache. There we go. Okay, nice, thick. We're gonna start off with the cream. We'll put a third of the cream in, mix it, then a third of the egg whites, then a third of the cream, then a third of the egg whites. We're gonna end on the egg whites, okay? So we're gonna start first with our first third of cream. You can be rough with that first third. Egg whites and the cream, because you really want to make sure you get to the bottom of the bowl and get that. And already you can see it's changed color a little bit. So now we're going to grab a third of our egg white. We're going to mix that through. And once it starts to mix, then I can ease up. There you go. You already see it's starting to look nice, light, and fluffy. Now what's going to actually set this mousse, because it's going to be just firm enough to hold like out of a piping bag. What's actually starting to set it up is the fat in the butter and the fat in the chocolate. As they get colder, they will harden. So the beta crystalline structure that's in here, we're actually using the cocoa solids as opposed to maybe, for instance, a mousse or a Bavarian that uses gelatin. We're actually using the science of the products that are already in there to get this to work. And then of course the egg white is our foam agent, and that lightens it up, but also the whipped cream. The whipped cream is a foaming agent in this case as well. So you can see that's nice and light. So we're going to go to our last third of our cream. And And I'm also going to dump in my last third of my egg white at the same time, because we're right there at the end. And I want to make sure that we get that nice fold motion. You can see going underneath and then throwing it. Now if it's a little loose because maybe you're in a warm kitchen, you could put this bowl in the fridge for a few minutes. But if you're going to pour it into a vessel, you can just go ahead and pour it into your vessel. In this case, I've got 2 martini glasses here. So I'm going to put our chocolate mousse into this martini glass, basically setting it up for dinner service. Oh, a little bit on the glass, we can clean that off. And then we'll put a little garnish on here. So we'll start with a chocolate stick. And then we'll put a little hoop in there as well. So this is your chocolate mousse. Enjoy.